There we go. It says we're live, I think. Yay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Monkey in the Morning. I'm Monk. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how the hell you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm all right. How you doing?
Tired. Good, but tired. Just tired. Top of the show, just wanted to give a what's the word? A programming note. This weekend, the show will be, if I do it, at nighttime. Saturday, I have an event to go to, and then Sunday and Monday, I have things going on during the day. So I'm going to try to be doing the shows around 9 or 10 p.m. my time. So for anybody's like, what time is that? 12 hours from now. But that'll be for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday shows. Wait,
So
yeah.
probably at 3 a.m. Gotcha.
I'd probably, give or take.
Yeah.
So yeah,
just to point out, guys, that was a humble brag that he has a social life and I don't.
it's true. It's true. I was just trying to make you feel bad about yourself.
It didn't really work. I'm kind of used to it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hang on. I got to get this somewhere not too horrible. Jack, normally I wake up and first thing I do when I get to my desk is turn on my computer and go to Twitter, see what's going on. And the way I normally do it, if there's nothing on when it first comes up that catches my eye, I immediately go to my messages, start reading my DMs and see what's going on in there. And I had several today, which made me go, shit, what happened? That's my immediate thing. If I have too many DMs, it's fuck, what happened? And so yesterday, Jack, after the show, I went over and I listened to P-Dog's show because it's on right after us, and I finished listening to that. And I was like, I don't feel like doing internet shit today. And so I played video games and hung out with my wife yesterday. That's what I did. I missed all the news. And the first message I open is from Fugi. And it contains this video right here, which we're not going to watch, by the way. But the interesting part of it was I recorded the evil fucker's whole video before YouTube took it down just now. And I will throw it into chat if anybody wants to see it. But that made me go, oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's how I found out about it, too, was Fugi. I was online, just not looking at Twitter or X, whatever.
So I run over to CNN. Yes, not Fox News, guys. Just to find out what the headline is, and it's the shooting in Minnesota, Minneapolis is where it happened.
I think so, yeah.
Where a fucking lunatic killed a couple of kids and tried to kill a bunch more at a school. Yay, news. And this video that's on the screen right now is him preparing. It has all of his diatribe. I don't know if you can read it. My eyesight's not good enough, but he goes through his note that he left for his family. And it shows all of his magazines and guns with all the shit that he's wrote on them. He's got what looks like a shotgun, a pistol, a revolver, and I'm not up enough on it, but it looked to me like an AR-15 style rifle.
Yeah.
And he's written clever things like "Where's your God now?" on them.
Oh, a total edgy boy nonsense. Like, hey man, 2008 called.
Right. But it turns out this is a totally mentally normal person who's born a boy and thinks they're a girl, who graduated from the school in 2017 and decided 8 years later to come back and kill kids that weren't even alive when he graduated.
Yeah.
And of course, all of the debates have started, Jack. All of them have gone. There's not one of the things that surrounds these that I haven't seen yet in the hour and a half I've been awake. From, hey, transsexuals are killers, to we need more laws. It's all the same nonsense every time. Every time. But in this case, I did see something that made me laugh, because somebody said it's not a trans issue, it's a gun law and mental issue. And I'm like, you didn't even see what you did there, did you?
Hate fact.
Officially, there's been like 4 mass shootings that have taken place. And 2 of them have been by trans people. Because no, the mass shooters are always just white guys, crazy white guys. No, that's not true. But we are seeing a rise in this being the answer for what the internet affectionately calls a troon. I don't know if I've ever used that word on here.
I don't think you have.
We're not supposed to pay any attention to the transes and their mental health issues. And we're not supposed to pay any attention to the rise in violent rhetoric from the left, telling people like this idiot, hey, I'm trying to erase you by being Republican. Well, somebody's trying to erase you, Jack. That's a self-defense issue, ain't it?
I think so.
Maybe putting notions like that into the heads of people who are fucking delusional is a bad idea.
Well, how can you call this stunning and brave individual delusional? Or
well, he believes
seeking or crazy.
He believes he's something he literally can't be. That's by definition delusion.
That by definition is a hate fact.
I know, right? Now, this video, like I said, we're not going to watch it. The reason I have it paused at this spot, this is him walking through his house, is just because it's the least offensive part of this video. If you guys want to watch it, go ahead. There's nothing really to learn there other than the guy's a fucking lunatic. Was a lunatic, sorry.
There is one thing that ABC News was lying about, because they said that this individual had written Donald Trump's name on their rifle, but they left out about the part where it said it encouraged assassination.
Yeah. The this is the trend that's continuing from the New Zealand shooting, where it's like just write some shit on a gun to get more attention. I do want to talk about one thing, because in the comments to this video, somebody's like, why does YouTube take this stuff down? This is one of the places I get why people want to see it, but I also understand why YouTube takes it down.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to encourage the next loser to get his 15 minutes of fame on the backs of dead kids on your platform.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad look. And usually the law enforcement personnel, like the FBI and the local cops, will ask them to take it down so as not to encourage copycats.
I don't want to talk about this too long, Jack, because I'm just, it's gross. It's gross what happened here.
And it really is. Anybody that targets kids is a fucking degenerate pussy. You're a bigger bitch than Raja.
And I am tired of seeing the left, when this happens, just like, all we need is just one more gun law. We need gun laws. We have tons of fucking gun laws. And we don't even need to get to laws to talk about what this guy did illegal. He killed people. That's illegal.
Yeah.
He had 4 different types of guns. Unless you're talking about banning all of them and going house by house searching to get rid of them, you're not stopping this shit. Not with simply passing a new fucking law. Name me the law that would have stopped this. I'm willing to listen. I'm going to call you an idiot because, again, murder's illegal and it still happens. So please, give me the fucking law. There's 400 million estimated guns in this country, and one fucking lunatic here is like, no, we gotta No law-abiding citizen can have this shit. Where's the law?
Somebody posted a list of all the trans shooters. Hold on, I think I've got it here.
It's on the rise. It's almost like telling mentally ill people that the whole world is out to get them is a bad fucking idea.
Yeah, when you do this victim narrative, people tend to push back, especially if they're unstable. We've got the Denver shooter, Aberdeen shooter, the Nashville, Georgia, Philadelphia, Iowa. That one was gender fluid, to be fair. Uvalde, Colorado, Minnesota, and now this one. So
also Minnesota.
Yeah. So there you go.
Apparently putting tampons in bathrooms didn't stop the bleeding.
No, that's to put over the bullet holes. Tampon Tim isn't worried about trans people. He's worried about the school shootings.
Thank you, Cryptic. It says, from what I read, his parents encourage this mental lunatic. I'm not shocked. I mean,
well, a lot of the parents, we have to admit, are tricked by the medical boards. So I would have to see the parents to blame them. Some of them are definitely attention-seeking shitbags, but a lot of them are told, if you don't do this, your kid's going to off himself.
Yep, that is fair. But that's still encouraging bad behavior.
Oh, absolutely.
It's encouraging mental delusion. And look, if you're trans out there and you're hearing my voice, you can be a good person and mentally deluded. But seriously, it's delusion. You can't be something you can't be. That's why I hate psychology, Jack, because these are the assholes who came out. No, actually, biology, that whole biological thing, that's not real. We've decided so that we can, get money from damaged people. The whole system that they put their own financial interests ahead of actually taking care of this shit, of taking care of mental health.
Well, we're seeing that across the medical field with this trans issue.
Yeah, of course.
Because they're lifelong patients.
But we're not supposed to point that stuff out. We're not supposed to notice that because,
no,
it's bad. It's bad.
Stop noticing things.
Hang on, I was looking for a very specific thing I wanted to read from Gavin Newsom, because as always happens in these situations, the Democrats are like, dead kids, cool, we can push our agenda.
Oh, they love nothing more than standing on the bodies of children.
Yeah, it says, we can't even make it through the first week of school without mass shootings, and the GOP will continue to do absolutely nothing while our kids are being gunned down. This is sick.
Well, you won't let us put them in institutes. What do you want?
You're standing on those dead kids' graves. That's healthy, normal behavior. Not passing laws that literally wouldn't change shit. Who cares?
Well, they'd rather punish innocent civilians. They don't give a shit about how many people actually die in these shootings. I don't believe any of them have any genuine concern about the safety of children.
Specifically, his mother, women's empathy. Thank you, Cryptic. Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Neither Jack nor myself have seen it, but I'm not shocked. Again,
yeah,
it's one of those things I will look into, but my first instinct is, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, unfortunately, we have too many attention-seeking, let's face it, Munchausen by proxy moms.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're attention-starved, lonely weirdos who just want some bonus points, and they're willing to sacrifice their kids for that, for whatever reason. So, yeah, it tracks.
But until we've seen it, because we have had that before where somebody tells us something, then we go look it up, and it's not. And I'm not saying Cryptic is lying to us or anything, but he could see it as more supportive than you and I do, and both of us be right just because it's an opinion thing. But again, we don't know, so don't want to discuss it too far in that manner. Although it's always fun to blame women.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to blame them for these days. Oh, that was out loud. Oops. I guess I'll get canceled now. Oh well. I guess I won't have to leave my house then.
Woohoo! Woo! But
Silver linings.
yeah, I'm tired of the instantaneous. We just got to take the guns. We just need another law.
It's always about that. Oh, hey, real quick.
Isn't it amazing that the Democrats' answer to everything is take away your rights, and they yell fascist at everyone else?
Yeah. Always blame the other side for what you're doing. Real quick though, thank you, Keldrick. It's already illegal to murder. The only thing gun laws do is disarm law-abiding citizens, and that's what they want. They don't give a shit about dead children. They don't care about the Chicago body counts. They really don't. They care about stripping rights away from law-abiding citizens. That's it.
That reminds me, yesterday, Keldrick, thank you for the donation I didn't read. I didn't see it yesterday. I saw it when I loaded up today. It said, your pain amuses me, crippled old man. Thank you. Appreciate it. But thank you. I'm sorry I missed that one yesterday.
Well, we live to entertain, so.
Their answer is always, just take away the rights. Take away the rights. It doesn't change anything.
No, it really doesn't.
So, we have less mass shootings. Cool. We get more bombings. And then we get down to being the fucking UK where it's like, please turn in your butter knives. Somebody stabbed somebody with one.
Yeah. And how dare you defend yourself from home invaders or rapists?
Yeah. How about we actually uphold the laws we already have on the books?
What? That's crazy talk.
We saw New York lower back during the whole bail debate, and they're like, we no cash bail. They were getting rid of crimes for people. Like, look, if they committed a crime and you found a gun on them, but the gun wasn't involved in the crime, even if it's an illegal gun, I didn't go back out on the streets. That's supposed to be, you had a gun while in the commission of a crime. It's supposed to be a 5-year automatic.
Supposed to be how they enforce it these days. You know, they're all different things, you bigot. You're just a filthy bigot if you want to put people in jail for crime.
Evolved Potato, thank you. What I learned today in Minnesota made it illegal for therapists to help people dealing with gender identity issues. They can reinforce that idea, but they can't even question if that's really what you want. Signed into law by Timmy Tampon Walls. That doesn't shock me at all.
No, it doesn't. There are other states that have these mandatory affirmation things.
Yeah.
And of course, therapists doesn't want to lose their license because they probably spent $50,000 going into debt for school loans to get that. And a lot of therapists make pretty good money, so they don't want to risk their license over that. So like, oh yeah, you're totally right. Everybody's mean to you. It's everybody else's fault.
Well, what I did find amusing with all of these lefties and their bullshit, sorry to say it that way, but that's what it is. They've been running around for the last week telling us how safe DC is and how Trump is just some kind of horrible dictator for wanting to clean it up. These are the stats that came out today since the surge in federal enforcement there in DC. 135 illegal guns have been seized, Jack.
It's pretty good.
In 20 days, 130. That's 6 a day. It's 7 a day, actually. Just under 7 a day. 7 a day would be 140. So 6 illegal guns taken off the streets of DC every fucking day. And these guys, we just need more gun laws. Or we enforce the fucking laws.
That's crazy talk, monkey.
I'm so tired of the asininity of the left. I know what we need to do is have more laws we don't enforce. Is that your answer?
Maybe.
Yeah. I did see Bowser's video. Let me. I have that on my timeline. I'm pretty sure. The mayor of DC, she gave a statement, Jack, and I can only imagine that Gavin Newsom had a baby when he saw this, and Pritzker probably more because he's been the one that's like, no, Chicago's actually safe. He did a post yesterday about how safe Chicago is. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, let me make sure I have this turned up all the way. This is her talking about what's happened since the surge.
And we greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. The most significant thing that we are highlighting today is the area of crime that was most troubling for us in 2023. Now, we have driven it down over the last years, but I'm going to get my.
Now she has it. We've driven it down, but here, let's see what happens when we get real about it. Thank you, Michael. I just want to point out that these kids were attending mass. This was blatantly anti-Catholic, blatantly anti-Catholic hate crime. But all the left can talk about is my guns. Absolutely disgusting. I don't want to say it's blatantly anti-Catholic. And the reason I say that is because this kid did attend that school. So I do agree with you that, I mean, he definitely, like with his, where's your God now, has fallen into atheistic stupidity. But it might also be this school in particular, not Catholicism in general. So I hear you.
I would say it's probably an attack on Christianity, but
fair. But again, his choice of target, I mean, yeah, it might have been because of just the Catholic part. But either way, if this had been a mosque, they'd be, oh my God, anti-Muslim. If it had been a synagogue, anti-Jew. But since it's Christian, they're like, we don't know why he did it.
That's a mess, Trey.
Thank you, Michael. Again, that combined with the attacking specifically during mass is why I say that. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just holding off until I embrace what you said. Does that make sense?
Yeah, to be fair, mass would be when everybody's in one place, makes them all sitting ducks. Kind of like shooting fish in a barrel. You know, your likelihood of getting targets hit is exponentially greater that way.
Yeah, because the little bitch fired through the windows. It's not like he even had the balls to go inside.
Yeah, and what you will never see with these is somebody blaming someone like the Amazing Atheist.
Never.
They will blame religious figures for an attack or political figures like Donald Trump, but they will never, ever blame an atheist.
No. All right.
Glasses so I can make sure I can see it correctly. But for carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings.
And I just want to show this to the mayor of Chicago. Remember, he's being asked repeatedly, would 5,000 cops help get crime down? And he's like, look, it's not just cops. We need community organization. And but would 5,000 cops help? Look, it's not just cops. The surge, 87% reduction in carjackings. They were averaging something like 3 carjackings a day, Jack.
Yeah. Oh, we're not allowed to talk about that.
And it's down 87% just from having a greater presence on the street.
I heard that crime is just part of history. It's part of the culture, monkey.
Just part, yeah, it's part of the American history. True. That's what that moron told us. But we're seeing that the surge is working.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean we need to put the National Guard in every city? No. But I could see why mayors would look at this and go, hey, could we have some National Guard here?
And they kind of help get things organized.
Well, Pritzker is out there talking, and let me find his tweet because this one made me laugh. He decides to talk about how the worst cities are all in states run by Republicans. It's funny how he keeps switching back and forth between Chicago and states. Let me find that one. There it is.
Chicago's perpetually in a state of corruption. Does that count?
It actually is, and it has been for millennia. Before it was even Chicago, there were fucking Indians there probably ripping people off. That's all I'm saying. It's in the land.
They're all the take.
According to the federal data, 13 of the top 20 cities in homicide rates have Republican governors. None of those cities are Chicago. Yeah, for some reason, I went and looked up the Chicago stats, and it's really weird because they're hard to find the specific stats because Chicago cities don't report to the CDC. So we have to go by the Chicago PD's numbers. And if we look at and they had in 2023, the last number we have officially 617 murders, which comes out to, Chicago has 2.7. I said 12. Illinois has 12. Chicago has 2.7 million people. And it comes out to a rate of like 23 per 100,000, which is how they judge this shit, which would put it in the top 10. But for some reason, they don't count it that way. They'll either add in way more people from like the suburbs and shit to lower that number, or they lower the number of total homicides to get it down to where it's like 15 per 100,000. That's just not true. By Chicago PD's numbers and the number of citizens in Chicago, it's like number 7 on the list of top 10. But it's amazing what you can do with statistics when you're not honest about them. By the way, more than half of all murders in Illinois happen in Chicago.
I'm shocked. I thought they'd be in Mattoon.
The CDC does keep statewide numbers, and Illinois has 1,171 murders in 2023, 617 of which were in Chicago. More than half. Chicago only makes up just under a quarter of the total population of the state. Wow. So a quarter of the population is committing more than half the murders. And he's like, Chicago's fine.
Why does that stat sound somewhat familiar? I'm just saying. Nothing to see here. Thank you, Cryptic. Trey Gowdy, supposedly a Republican, right? Suggests gun control after the shooting. That's why they lose. Yeah. Trey Gowdy is a soft rhino. He's tough on some issues. He used to be really good on guns, but now he's a pussy. So fuck him. He's stupid, and he's got a weird haircut.
Pritzker goes on to say 8 of the top 10 states in homicide rates are led by Republicans. None of those states are Illinois. Okay. All of that can be true. Oh, and he also says, and yet Trump is sending troops here. Because he's responding to Trump saying, a really deadly weekend in Chicago. 6 dead, 27 hurt in crime sprees all over the city. And he's like, how dare you? Now,
it's a low weekend for Chicago.
Yeah.
It's not even a holiday season yet.
If you look at the stats, like states like, Louisiana, New Mexico, and I forget the other 2 that are the highest, the top 4. They all have much smaller populations statewide. But cities are where you end up with crime. And all of them have big cities. All of the big cities have crime. All of the big cities run by, Democrats. Even in the red states, run by Democrats. But he's like, look, the whole state is red. Don't pay attention to where the crime happens. and this has been a Democrat talking point for a while now. Like, all of the worst crime is in red states. Yeah, but in the blue cities. Again, even in blue Chicago, blue Illinois, if you take Chicago out of it, you end up with 10 million people with only about 580 murders, which would make it one of the safest places in the country. So if you're anywhere in Illinois besides Chicago, you're probably safe. Just don't go to Chicago because it's a crime-ridden shithole.
Yeah, fact.
But this is where we get people, you can't trust statistics. Yes, you can. You just can't trust the people who use statistics. Because you can lie, and yes, it's absolutely true. 8 of the top 10 states with the highest homicide rates are red because of their blue cities. That's the truth. But they never add that last part.
Why would they want to do that?
Dirty little shits. All right, let's get to our main topic of today, because this one really pissed me off. And I had seen this yesterday, and I meant to talk about it, and I'm actually glad I didn't, because I hadn't seen the update here. So Tectone is a streamer, the bald man on your screen right here. And I like Tectone well enough. He's one of those streamers that annoy me because they yell a lot. And guys, if you're out there starting streams, I know somebody in our chat is a recent starter of streaming. If you want to get popular, just yell a lot. For some reason, that attracts children to come watch. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Just be an outrageous jackass. And I hate that part of his personality and of gamers' personalities.
Yeah, that dude is loud as shit.
Yes.
I turned the volume down. Like, he is the opposite of Asmongold, where Asmongold's really laid back and kind of quiet, hush tones. This dude is loud as shit and boisterous. Like, granted, I'm like 3 feet away from my microphone and I'm talking loudly, but he is loud as fuck. Like, dude, dial it down about halfway.
If you go look at the top streamers, especially in video game areas, they all scream like rejects. They all fucking shout, and it's annoying, and I fucking hate it. But when it comes to his like analysis and stuff and all the crap that's been going on recently, I like Tectone fine.
Yeah, he's all right.
He needs to stop talking about things that he doesn't know about. He needs to educate himself before he discusses them.
Oh my God, you saw that clip I sent you, didn't you?
Which clip?
About World War II.
Yes. Oh my God. That was painful.
I know. This dude, he doesn't know history. So whenever he starts talking about historical analogies, I just switch his video off.
Yeah, to give you guys and then look, I'm saying all of this as I'm also telling you, I actually like Tectone, but there are problems there.
Yeah, he's not a political commentator, but he sometimes talks politics for some reason or other.
Him, Asmund, and I don't know who the girl were sitting there talking about when World War II was. And didn't he guess like the 1700s?
Yeah, he guessed right around the Civil War.
That's right, the Civil War. And it was like, what? How the fuck do you not know that?
It was one of the most painful, and you could just see everybody's face go, oh God.
Yeah, and so again, just if you don't know, don't talk about it. And I can't say that he's given deep intellectual discussions about World War II. But when they're like, when was World War II? If you don't know, just go, I don't know. Don't guess and make it. You guessed the Civil War, bro.
Yeah, he was guessing like 1860s and 1870s. I'm like, dude, the fuck, man. Yes, there were lots of movies back then.
Tons.
Oh my God. Photography was barely a thing, dude. Come on.
But anyway, he recently got banned from Twitch, Jack. And the reasoning is absolutely retarded. And rather than me tell it, we're going to let him tell it because he made a video about this. And let's do it the slop tuber's doing. Just watch him. For the record, I'm not just going to watch. I'm going to keep interrupting like I always do. But here we go.
Hey guys, yep, if you saw that title, I got banned again. And this one, I was...
The last one I know he got banned for, there's one in between this one, but I can't remember what that one was. He got banned for calling Frogan fat.
Yeah,
which
that
according
was
to
late.
Yeah, which according to Twitch's rules, he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been because she calls herself fat.
Yeah.
But she clings to Hassan's nuts, so he called the fat girl fat, and he called maybe the last one when he called Denim's whore, a prostitute.
I think so, but he more implied it than stated it by saying, she's a prostitute.
He flat out said it, and it's because she has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, which I don't disagree with him on, because she's just a cock tease prostitute, like a stripper.
Yep. She still prostitutes herself in the manner that we mean when we say prostitute. She's selling her body for money.
Yeah, that's the literal definition. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have intercourse with her. It means that she is exchanging her physicality for cash.
Yep, like look at my nakedness, give me money. Yep.
Yeah. There's I think it was a bullshit reason on those two counts and this one. So I don't hate this guy or anything. He's okay. It does bother me. I watched some of his videos, but he's got Twitch is just a bunch of pussies that are licking the taint of Hassan Piker these days. Yeah, they're going to get sued over one of these eventually.
These girls have called him a rapist.
Yeah.
That's fine. They didn't get in any trouble for that shit. But calling one of them fat, like, how dare you?
Well, he called the wrong woman fat. That's the problem. If he had called, like, Katie Pavlich fat, she's packing on a few pounds. She's a conservative, so that's fine. But how dare you call a Muslim woman on the progressive side fat?
But so I just wanted to set those up because that is going to become important to the conversation in a little bit. He has been banned before.
Really actually shocked about. Like, I thought, okay, I did a couple of things. Let me clarify that. I
do have to say I love his laugh. That is such a genuine, deep laugh. I just love it.
Yeah, it's like a Santa Claus laugh.
He will have a great career as a Santa when he's older.
Yeah.
Just let the beard go white, get a wig and a hat, and Santa Claus.
Stop working out.
Now, what's funny about why he gets banned is why he didn't get banned.
I'm shocked at what I got banned for, because what had happened is that I did something that I thought I was going to get banned for. So I apologized for it immediately. But what I actually got banned for, I was shocked. And I'll explain this why, and why I believe the hypocrisy of Twitch, once again, really knows no bounds. And once again, I want to make it very clear. I think what I did is fine to ban, I suppose. But
I'm going to disagree right there, because he literally got banned for saying a word.
Yep.
And we'll get there. I'm letting him build this up for you guys. But literally, he just said one word. He didn't call anybody the word. He said it. And that was enough for the ban. And the ban is what really pisses me off. But I'm going to disagree with him here. I do not ever think just saying a word, just saying the word is enough to ban somebody for it. There's no word that should be that.
Lost his job over a word.
There's no word that should be that triggering to people. Like, no, you said it. Doesn't matter the context you said it in. You said that word. You have to go away now.
Well, we give words power, so they're almost magical in a sense. It's like an enchantment. You said a magic word that makes people cry.
How do you build up an audience naturally? Work. You got to put in hours and hours and hours of content. Because you mentioned you were on Twitch, right, Hoko? Over on Twitch, if you want to build up an audience, you need to be streaming 8 hours a day. Then you also need to do things, and naturally is going to be a weird way to say this, but you need to market yourself on places like Reddit and other gaming spheres. And by market yourself, I don't mean go out there and buy ads or anything, but start a group based on your a slash Reddit thread based on your channel.
You got to put yourself out there.
Yep. There is always the possibility somebody will stumble across you, but that's more luck than actually doing anything about it. The other way to do it is it's just networking. Anyway.
Problem is that when you don't ban the most
for the record, all of the gamers that you watch or know of, none of them started all just by themselves. All of them come from groups that built each other up. Every one of them, including Hassan. Hassan comes from the Destiny orbit. He started hanging out with Destiny and Destiny's friends, and then he got in with folks like, even with Tectone here. I don't know if him and Tectone actually know each other, but Tectone used to be part of the group they call OTK, which Hassan used to hang out with. Anyway.
Egregious offenders who are doing things far worse, it truly boggles the mind. Now, I've been banned for another month. This is my monthly ban, and I will be back in 7 days. Maybe they'll allow my appeal. Who knows? Do I care? No, not really.
This is a good time to just bring this into the conversation. Violation expires from your account on August 26, 2027.
26.
Or sorry, 26, yeah.
Well, is he going to be able to be like remonetized, join the partners program, or are they just going to allow him to stream?
I don't know, honestly. And he might only be banned for 7 days. This part I'm not sure about, but the violation is there for the next year. It's on his permanent record. Ain't that some for saying a word? And again, not even directing it at anybody, Jack. Actually, he directs it kind of at himself.
Yeah, but he said it about the wrong person.
But here we go.
I'm on Twitch for fun. I have all ads turned off. I'll be real. I make less off of Twitch than I make off of like literally. I make more off YouTube in 2 days than I make off of Twitch in a whole month. I made more off of a 1 hour ad that I did on Twitch that I can just do on YouTube instead than I made on Twitch the whole month. I make nothing off Twitch. I do it for fun. I do it for the love of my community on there. It really doesn't do me any good other than just I like supporting.
This is why I can't do the slop tube shit. What he's saying here is interesting, I suppose, to his fans, but what's interesting to me is what he got banned for.
Watching this via someone reacting to go subscribe to their channels. I appreciate people talking about this issue. Unless they're being a dickhead about it. Anyways, so I was live on Twitch today, and I was watching an exchange between Destiny and Ethan. And in this clip, you know, a lot of the words that are thrown around between people these days are like pedophile, rapist. You know, Destiny says a lot of crazy ass shit. Destiny, you know, talking about wanting people, you know, taking away Ethan's kids and shit. And I'm like,
yeah, because Ethan called out Destiny over the 17-year-old naked pictures he has on his thing. Destiny's decided to go all in on Ethan lets his kids eat dog shit. Because, yeah.
Does that dumbass not have enough problems? He's got to start drama with Ethan and Gila.
Yeah, if Destiny was smart, he would just ignore this shit for right now. He would get a hold of his lawyer and go like, I might got CP here. And he would shut up about it, but he can't because he's not. He's got intelligence. He has no wisdom at all. None.
Yeah, his ego gets in his way.
Yeah.
all right, dude. Okay, we get it. And that's fine. It was probably a joke. Who knows? What isn't a joke according to Destiny? That's completely fine. But anyways,
I will say this. I do think that Destiny does mean it as a joke because he thinks it'll get at Ethan. And I've known guys like this that they just don't understand boundaries. Like, yeah, this thing everybody knows is false. It's kind of funny to make a joke about it, but he goes all in on it because he's not a wise person.
Yeah.
Because if he was wise, he would he'd be like, fuck you, Ethan, and leave it at that. And instead, no, he's got to do this because it drums up controversy for him. Well, sure. But it just brings more eyes to the fact that you have naked pictures of a 17-year-old on your computer. And not just naked pictures, Jack. Naked videos of them doing naked stuff.
Yeah, it's not exactly something you really should be trying to advertise by starting drama with some of the bigger people on the platform. They would probably have moved on, but now you're pissing them off, and they're going to keep talking about you and keep bringing this up.
Yep.
I just started to notice a very uncomfortable direction the internet is going, where back in the day, we would say like, oh, your mom does this. I fucked your mom. Some people would say the N-word at people. I wouldn't.
I feel seen by everything he said. Although I never was directing the N-word at anybody like that. I mean, the only person I've said that to two people directly at them. One is you. And the other Satsu, which is not going to help my case here.
Probably not, but you tell Satsu what to think anyway. So,
in fairness, he said it to me first. I'm just saying, two wrongs made a right.
Say the N-word to people. Other people would say they would call people fat, and they would call people retards. They would call people gay, and all of these words that they used to call these people wouldn't be anything that could be legally pursued, you know.
And you know what? The reason I'm playing this part is because he does make a very good point here, where it did used to be like, oh, you're so gay, and now it's like you're a pedophile. Those are two entirely different insults to throw around.
Yeah, it escalated rather quickly and abruptly. Probably by spurgs and retards.
Thank you, Cryptic. Two wrongs do not make a white. You haven't been paying attention to Asian culture in America. Just saying.
You know what I mean? Like when you call people like a retard, if you call someone a fat, it's not gonna make the FBI need to arrest you. Or
calling somebody fat. I hate that shit has to be censored. Right. So we'll just stick with retard. Calling somebody a retard, it's not like you can call up the FBI and go, there's a retard over there, go get him. Calling somebody a pedophile, the FBI should probably be involved if he's actually a pedophile.
Yeah. Although, if you were in the UK, the rules are different.
That's why I say people look like pedophiles, because honestly, every time I've said that, they do look. For the record, my idea of what a pedophile looks like comes from after school specials. That's not my fault.
Yeah, and old PSAs because Frank.
It's not my fault that the Hollywood put that image of pedophiles in my head.
Yeah, it's Hollywood's fault, not yours.
Yes.
But Ralph was a homosexual.
Like, need to look into you. Like, or even if you call someone the N-word, that doesn't mean the FBI is going to have to look into you, right? The problem now is that people are now only using words and falsely accusing of crimes. Like they're calling.
Well, yeah, there's a difference between an insult and an allegation. And we've gotten to the point on the internet where, we're not allowed to insult anybody anymore. Don't call him a retard. But go ahead, call him a pedophile. That's fine. Call him a rapist. That's cool. And I'm not saying I'm above it, Jack. There's probably plenty of examples of me calling somebody a criminal thing. But I'm not allowed to call him a fag. How dare you? That's the worst thing you could. We're not on Twitch, so I can say the word, not actually calling somebody that. You can't ever say that about somebody. Talk about him banging children instead. That's much better. You know what I mean? That's
right.
That's so ass backwards. We've gone from insults to defamation. Anyway.
Rapists. They're calling
He's got a point.
Rape, meaning you are someone who has had sex with another person that didn't want that. That is a crime. You go to jail.
We know what rape is, homie. I know you don't know when World War II was, but we're familiar with rape.
A pedophile.
We've covered tons of streamers. We know what rape is.
Yeah.
That's not right. I didn't mean that directed at him, by the way. He's got some fake allegations out there about him that even the girls like, that shit didn't happen. But so I just want to be clear. I'm not calling Tectone a rapist. I'm calling a lot of other people that we've covered who've raped people rapists.
Yeah.
Just say it. Don't let your kids go near streamers.
Real quick. Thank you, Okie Native. 2 wongs usually make a decent egg roll and a number 7. Also, hot daughters. That is just science, Okie.
My wife found a thing online for egg roll in a bowl. You take all the stuffing from an egg roll and you just make it without the wrapper. I am in love with that shit.
Huh. You could just get egg rolls.
It's so good. My least favorite part of the egg roll is the roll.
Oh, well, then never mind.
Yeah, it's fucking tasty. Anyway.
Someone where they a kid and that's illegal and you go to jail. You know, they call people abusers, you know, which could be considered like sexual harassment or assault.
He does ramble a bit.
Some like type of abuse that you can get jail time for or fine for, or things that police will come to your house. And
it does make me wonder how dumb he thinks his audience is that he has to explain what rape, pedophilia, and abuse are.
Well, I think that I see this with a lot of these like slop tubers that they have to fill the time, so they over-explain everything.
I guess
they will investigate you for, right? Like it's becoming a very disgusting rhetoric these days, and it's becoming to where you might have to fight fire with fire when people call you these things. Now, I haven't done that in quite a while. You know, I have said that someone looks like a pedophile. That's because, well, they do. But it's a little bit different than just saying, you are this.
And I do agree with him. There's people who look like pedophiles who may have never touched a child, but they still look like a pedophile.
Yeah,
just
like
saying.
Candyman.
Yeah. Like Jerry Nadler looks like he's touched kids.
He does have certain head shape that looks very criminal.
Yeah.
Who have committed this crime. And so during this stream, you know, my chat was pissing me off. And so I told one of my viewers, as I've stopped doing for 2 months, to kill themselves. It slipped. I'm not going to lie. It rolls off the tongue way too quickly.
Been there, my friend. Not with kill yourself, but with other words. I've been there, Jack. I get it. It happens.
Yeah.
It does.
I love that he said it does right after I said it happens.
He's answering you.
When you're talking about something, especially if you get passionate about it, it is very easy to slip into words you know you're not supposed to say on whatever platform you're on.
Yeah.
Something that rolls off the tongue. It's just something that I've said my whole life. Kill yourself, kill. Right? I've been saying it since fucking X.
Kill yourself is kind of the millennial version of fag from our day.
Yeah.
Because
Yif and hell for
in our day, when we called somebody a fag, it wasn't, hey, we think you're a homosexual. Like, you're such an annoying dick. And to them, kill yourself isn't at least the way I've seen it. I don't interpret it as, hey, actually go off yourself. It's like, you're fucking moron. Shut up. But we can't have any kind of context or nuance to conversations, Jack.
Oh, God, no.
But oddly enough, this is not what he got in trouble for.
Xbox days, I've been saying it since League of Legends. You know, I mean, yeah.
Monk is just throwing that word around nowadays. Well, I have a legit reason to say it today. Ray, thank you so much. 2 dongs don't make a white, baby have to adopt. Stop it.
You can take a dog out of the fight. You can't take the fight out of the dog. You know, it's something that I've always fucking said. I'm working on it. I'm going to try not to say it. I'm definitely going to say it again. It's just something that just feels so good to say. Kill yourself. Like, it's not a death threat. It's just like, come on, dude, fuck off. Right?
Exactly. And that's how it should be treated, unless it's somebody actually saying, go kill yourself. But it is amazing how many people with the right
death threat, that's an encouragement.
It is amazing how many people with the right politics get away with saying shit like that.
Well, yeah, they're special people. You're not.
That's all kill yourself. He's like, fuck off, dude. You're being retarded. That's all it means. But I didn't get banned for the kill yourself. And I also apologized immediately. I was like, hey, man, I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Well, I didn't.
Now, if he had gotten a 7-day ban for that, I would understand that one. Because kill yourself is kind of a fucked up thing to say. And it is against their terms. So at least that one would make sense.
I get banned for that. What I got banned for was for merely saying the word faggot. That's it. I didn't.
The word was faggot.
Call anyone that. I didn't direct that towards anybody. All I said was, I would rather be called a faggot than these people on the internet who just sling around false accusations and false allegations for fun.
So what he was saying was, I would rather be called the F slur, I'll be polite, than a rapist. And he got banned for that, Jack.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy-handed for that. That's stupid. Well, there's so many pussies out there. Look, somebody reported him, and Twitch clearly doesn't like him, so they just... I don't know. That's over the top.
The other day, Mike from PA got a 7-day ban for calling Jews an evil ethnicity. Calling Jews an evil ethnicity in Twitch's world, at this point, he thinks he has a 7-day ban. And I don't know if he's actually banned for the full year, but let's just say it's the 7 days. He got the same ban for saying he would rather be called the F slur that Mike got for calling Jews evil.
I'm surprised they even gave him a timeout for that, because look at the stuff that Hassan gets away with saying.
Well, that's the other part. I mean, Hassan has literally platformed a terrorist. This is a platform where you can't have Destiny on there. When Tectone recently had his conversation with Destiny before all the CP stuff blows up, he couldn't do it on Twitch. He had to stop his Twitch stream for the day and only do it on YouTube because you cannot platform Destiny over there because he said something mean about trans people. But platforming a terrorist, hey, no big deal there.
Yeah.
You can lose your channel for having Destiny on it, but having a Houthi pirate is no big deal. And the
or
Houthis
advocating the killing of another streamer.
Well, there's actually a couple of things in there. Hassan has advocated the murder of a U.S. senator.
Yep.
He said, if you really want this to stop, you have to kill this guy. And that was fine. He's still allowed to stream all he wants to. Mike from PA, the reason I used him is because he just called the Jews evil, got a 7-day ban. The same guy offered, I think he was the 100,000. There's two different streamers in the Hassan orbit who have offered bounties for murdering people. Sean DeBlack might have done it, so there might have been 3, but Denims and Mike have both offered bounties to kill people. And even if you wanted to, it was in the context of a joke. Sure it was. But why does context matter there but not here? He wasn't calling anybody this.
Nah, you know why.
I do know why. It's because Twitch is run by a bunch of leftist shitbags who will excuse anything their little lefty heroes do Without Twitch, Hassan goes away immediately. Hassan,
oh yeah, he won't survive otherwise.
Yeah, Hassan has said that if he had to leave Twitch, he'd just go to YouTube. You're not going to do well here on YouTube. You don't do well here on YouTube. There are really tiny channels that get better views than your clips do. The only clips that do really, really well about Hassan on YouTube are ones shitting on him.
Yeah.
He's got his little hug box there. So if he ever loses that, he loses his relevance. And Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, just lets him get away with anything. Meanwhile, this guy gets a year-long mark on his record, Jack, for saying he would rather be called the F slur than any of the actual defamation that people say.
Yeah. Real quickly, thank you, Okie Native. Again, two wongs can make a gay, though. That's how sex works. Two gays can't make a straight unless, man and woman. Yeah, that's just science, dude.
It is amazing to me how blatant this is. I mean, this is like more one-sided than Kick is. How do you punish this guy for what he said there, and you let Mike from PA off with a slap on the hand for Jews are evil, which, by the way, blatant violation of their TOS, and yet we gave him a slap on the hand. I don't understand how they keep getting away with it. Well, I do, because the media doesn't make any big deal of this. And there was that one congressman who pointed out what a shitbag Hassan was, and there was a little blip at Twitch over that. But the media paid no attention to it. Literally none. Meanwhile, Fuentes, whose audience is smaller than ours, he gets brought up all the time on the news. Like, there's a strict Fuentes, they hate Jews. Don't pay attention to Hassan, who hates Jews, with 30,000 people watching him when he's live. There's nothing to see there. He's sexy. Just ask Taylor Lorenz.
Ew.
No, have you seen that clip of her swooning over him?
Yeah, it's gross.
It's nasty. The old lady, leave that young man alone. God damn. You're going to get crusty pubes on him.
I think that Hassan and Taylor Lorenz should get together and never break up. That way there's no reproduction on Hassan's part.
No, they'd make a retarded baby. You know it. They'd make a retarded baby that came out with a mask on.
Think how hairy that baby would be.
Which clip? Okay, let me see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure it was in Pegasus's latest video, or the one I watched of it yesterday. Oh, that's right. I was listening to music again. Where's Pegasus on here? No, there was a Hassan one he did yesterday. Is it this one? Okay, give me a second, guys. I'll try to find the Taylor clip where she's swooning over Mr. Hassan. Jack, will you talk for just a second?
Yeah, you could probably hear like the drip, drip, drip of her wetness. She's all like, "Oh, my old lady parts are all tither. I'm all Twitter painted over the Hassan. He's so strong and manly and hairy, just like me."
Okay, so here's Pegasus talking about that clip. Here's the clip.
Outcasted from literally everything. Like, holy shit.
Connecting with Hassan, he's unreasonably good looking and cool and dresses cool.
Tell me about it.
But do you know what I mean? Like, very attractive. And
he's unreasonably attractive, Jack.
What does that even mean? Unreasonably attractive? Like, it's not normal that you're this attractive. You're some sort of supernatural being. I don't know why I did that Jimmy Stewart voice, but here we are.
The little gay guys he's talking to. Oh, I know, girl. Oh, it's preaching sister. That's who that GQ article was written for, with his glistening chest hair. Ugh.
Well,
he looks like Steven Crowder. He does. Go look at the two of them when they both have their beards and tell me they don't look alike.
Do you think
So
they're
apparently,
related?
Taylor Lorenz is out there masturbating to Steven Crowder. If I wasn't blocked by her on Twitch, I would just send her pictures of Steven all the time, asking her if she thought he was hot. And then once in a while, I'd slip in a Hassan one just to see if she noticed the difference.
Still tag Steven Crowder in it.
Yes. She's really into hairy closeted gay men. Yes, she is. I mean, Hassan has been glazing her a little bit too, which does put out the possibility that those two hooked up, which is, there's no part of that that's not gross to me.
Yeah.
I get it. She has lady parts. So, okay, maybe if you're desperate and drunk, but he's a multi-millionaire and he's slumming it with Taylor Lorenz. Really? But this is another one with the Twitch thing, because on Twitch, you can get in trouble for shit you did off platform. And what were Taylor and Hassan talking about when they got together? How somebody needs to do something.
Oh, something.
And there's no ambiguity about what that means. They're just all pussies and won't come out and say what they really mean. What they mean is somebody needs to kill Trump. That's what they mean when they say somebody needs to do something. Somebody needs to do something. And he was just doing that a couple months ago. And you know what Twitch did? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. This is a man saying somebody needs to murder the president. And they're like, what? We got cookies. I do not understand how he gets a 7-day ban for saying the F word, not even calling anybody the F slur. He gets a 7-day ban, and Hassan gets away with some of the most disgusting shit. And I know, Jack, Dan Clancy is a ball licker and loves Hassan. I get that, but if you're trying to run a company, how do you do this?
I don't know, dude. They got Amazon money backing them up, so they don't really have any real threat that they're going to lose money out of this.
Well, and that's where I think lawfare might be a genuine way to do it. Look, I think you should be able to say what you want. These are their rules, and they're enforcing them unevenly. There's no question that it's not even close to even in how this happens. Hassan has been repeatedly banned. His last ban, they gave him a 1-day ban on the day he doesn't stream. I'm not making that part up.
And that's the thing, is they're little slaps on the wrist. They're perfunctory, performative nonsense.
Yep. So if people want this to change, look, I don't fuck with Twitch anymore because of shit like this. Because God knows when you're going to say the wrong thing. At least here on YouTube, most of the time that I've gotten in trouble, I know why. I might still think it's bullshit, but I know why. And for all of the shit we've given YouTube over the years, they've actually lightened up quite a bit, Jack. I haven't gotten in trouble for any of my recent F slurs.
Especially.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And Twitch seems to be going the opposite way. Twitch is acting like YouTube used to get accused of acting. And it's to a point where we can clearly see it. It's not like it's not like Hassan is a minor character on Twitch and like, well, maybe the people at Twitch they sang happy birthday to this prick. They know who he is. And not like we sing happy birthday, the audience comes, hey, it's my birthday, and we sing him. No, they knew it was his birthday, and they made a video of them all singing to him. So they know who he is, and they let him get away with it. It's going to take actually going after Twitch. There were people who've gone, like Crowder went after YouTube for the way they enforce stuff. And you couldn't point to it as directly as you can on Twitch. You can point to this directly on Twitch. Violations of their own terms based on whatever you want to call it. And that's going to have to happen. It's going to have to come to Bezos's attention, and he's going to have to fire Clancy to make this shit stop. But that won't happen because the media is on the side of Twitch and all their dirty shit. So is what it is, but it is amazing to me that he got that. Even if you're going to give him a timeout for saying the word, give him a day. I don't agree with giving it to him at all, but that's like a day. That's not, hey, you got to go away for a week or a year or whatever they decide it is. He wasn't even insulting anyone. He merely said the word. And it just reminded me of that the Jimmy John's guy. Was it Jimmy John's?
Papa John.
Papa John's, thank you. Where they're just like, hey, we need to discuss this because this can come up. And he said he dropped an N-bomb. Said people are saying this, and they're, oh, you said the word.
How dare you?
You have to go away forever. It doesn't matter what context was. No. You said the word. Fuck right off with that stupid shit.
Power word offend.
So Jack, those are the only two things I really had for today because I woke up and immediately it was the shooting thing, and I'd already wanted to talk about the Tectone thing. And I woke up late, so that took up all of my prep time. Yeah. So if there's anything you want to talk about, now would be a great time. Why do I have a photo? I got new kitty pictures. Where'd they go?
Of course you did.
I love kitty pictures. Keep sending them, guys. Keep sending them.
Those are actual cats, not the other kind of pussy.
No. Actual kitty cats. Here we go. There it is. Look at the kitty cat. Getting pet. He's so cute.
Aw.
They just don't like him because he's gaining more popularity over Hassan. Well, there was the recent Twitch thing because Twitch said they were going to ban bots, and somebody asked about this yesterday, and it was way off topic, so I didn't address it at the time. But like, Asmongold looks like he lost a lot of viewers in the great bot purge because Twitch announced that they were going to do it, and then they finally did it.
Yeah.
And lots of everybody was shocked. They're like, I can't believe that some of these people lost. Literally every one of these people who talked about the coming Twitch bot ban said everybody bots. Not me. Everybody bots. That's a tell. For those of you guys know what a tell is. That's a tell when the person says everybody bots, that includes them. Just throwing that out there. The weird thing is Hassan's number didn't drop. It didn't drop in any. So all of Hassan's people are real people, but 20,000 of Asmongold's were fake.
Yeah, like normal. Yeah.
Come on. Give me a break. But Hassan has been, oh God, we should watch that Hassan video. I wonder if I can find that one. Hassan has been out there taking a victory lap because now, instead of Asmon kicking his ass, they're at the same level. As long as you don't count any other platform.
Yeah, don't look too deeply at anything.
Pay no attention to the fact that Asmon started over on Kick and he does a lot of stuff on YouTube. No. All that matters is that Twitch number. Am I going to have to watch another Pegasus video for this? Probably.
Maybe.
Did you see Hassan glazing himself over being named one of the 25 most influential?
No.
Oh my God.
I honestly try not to look at that man unless we're talking about him, and I know we're going to talk about him. Then I'll watch a video, but I detest Hassan. He just looks slimy.
I hear you, but this is fucking amazing. Now I got to go looking for video again. God damn it. Why don't I have these things ready?
Because it's one of those things that just kind of comes up. while you're doing that, I'll tell the people a little story about Batman. There was a man in Batman pajamas that stopped a burglary in Florida.
Say that again.
Yeah, a Florida man dressed in Batman pajamas sprang into action when there was an alleged burglary next door, and he stopped it. And he's a hero, of course. This is Kyle Myvet. He was roused from sleep by an alert from his home security system, seeing that someone was breaking into his truck, apparently. He ventured outside and saw the perpetrator in action before watching him move on to another home in the neighborhood. Perhaps inspired by his Batman pajamas, it was then Mevitt who felt compelled to act and transformed into a genuine crime fighter. I hope he put a sheet as a cape on, because that would have been awesome. It's not just me. I'm sorry. It's not in me to just stand there and be a coward when I see something that needs done, the proverbial Cape Coral Crusader recalled to the local TV station. Myvet quickly subdued the suspect, Justin Schimple, who undoubtedly did a double take at the homeowner's Batman attire. Reflecting on his rather ironic pair of pajamas that evening, Myvet later joked, I know for some reason I should have worn that particular outfit. When police arrived in response to a call about burglary in the neighborhood, one imagines they were easily taken aback at the sight of Batman having taken down a suspect before them. Police commended Myvet for his actions, calling him a prime example of what we can do if we all work together as a community. There's a link to the...
That sounds like they're encouraging vigilantism.
Well, it's Florida. You can't discourage Florida man from doing anything. I'll drop
That's
the
fair
link.
enough.
It's from Coast to Coast AM. There is a video of the local news broadcast about it. So there you go. It's a pretty fun story. I thought it was worth sharing.
Okay, I found the video in Pegasus's video, but I really want to find it over here. Yeet had put it out, but I don't know the day, so I'm just having to scroll through. All right, fuck it, we'll just watch it on Pegasus's channel. Thanks, Pegasus. Like you need my attention to get stuff. All right, so this is going to be Hassan talking about being named 25 most influential.
Revolutionary optimism. Keep fighting, guys.
What's up, everybody? I just wanted to give a quick shout out. I'm very honored to be a part of Rolling Stone's most influential creators.
Honored? That's a weird word for, hey, you're influential. Oh, I'm honored by you noticing that.
So modest.
It's not an honor, you fucking retard. But it gets better.
He could have just said, like, thank you for choosing me or something like that.
No, it's cool to be noticed like that.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking honor, you moron.
It's definitely not an honor that I'm taking lightly. It's something.
It's not an
live
honor.
up to this.
Fuck, he's doing this like it's an Academy Award. Like I'm honored that you recognized my great contribution to film. I'm gonna live up to what, shithead?
I'm gonna continue to be influential.
Anyway,
creators. It's definitely not an honor that I'm taking lightly. It's something that I believe I carry the responsibility, the weight over my shoulders.
Oh, fuck off. The responsibility of fuck you.
Responsibility of turning on my camera and talking to people on Twitch. All right.
And just wanted to say, very excited for more work.
Why do you do this to me?
Even my internet was like, fuck this guy. Am I back?
Yes, you are back.
Okay. Here we go.
Just wanted to say, very excited for doing more work in this field, in the field of politics, especially in 2025, as things are worsening at an alarming rate, as all of these companies and corporations and the media are almost completely servile to the Trump administration. We have to fight back more than ever before. It's an even worse predicament than the first Trump administration in 2016. So I hope
2017, dickhead.
that you guys will continue along with this journey alongside myself, side by side. And that's it. Keep fighting the good fight. If you feel like you are succumbing to nihilism because you feel when you see these things, when you see these events that are unfolding, catastrophic natural disasters with seemingly no solution from the government, taking away our civil liberties slowly but surely, and all of that gets you down, and you feel like no change is coming, you have to maintain revolutionary optimism throughout that, because if nobody's got you, you got you. Your neighbors got you. All right? I got you. Remember that and keep fighting.
Yeah.
What's revolutionary optimism?
It's a term he likes to use to pretend he's a revolutionary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a bunch of more commie nonsense bullshit. Got it.
Did you listen to that self-serving bullshit?
Find yourself somebody that loves you like Hassan loves Hassan.
And remember, this is all because of Taylor Lorenz. So find somebody who loves you like Taylor Lorenz loves Hassan loving Hassan.
Yeah. Oh, man, if Chris Saliza loved Hassan, think of that inception.
Mr. Beast was upset that he was number 7, and Hassan goes on this rant about how fucking stupid for you to not just be grateful that you're on. Mr. Beast should have been number 1. Name me any other influencer who's got his own rather successful Netflix series or candy bar line or anything Mr. Beast has done.
The corner against coffee.
He does have coffee. Not very good from what I hear.
Well, I didn't say it was good. I just said he had it.
But Mr. Beast should have been number 1. But the funny thing about that is this little piece of shit, when he's trying to trash Mr. Beast for that, and I'm not a Mr. Beast fan. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck.
Hanging around with his little pervert buddies. But Mr. Beast should be up there. Hassan threw fits because Asmongold got more viewers on Twitch. So I don't understand why this is happening. But now that he's like, hey, this is such an honor. You should be honored. This is like the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm going to carry the weight of this. I'm going to carry the weight of the. It wasn't an honor, you fucking retard. I mean, with the way that it was done, I guess so, because it was Taylor Lorenz going, I really want to lick his taint.
Ew.
But
thanks for that haunting visual.
She's like, if the sweat on his hair, on his chest is good, imagine his taint hair sweat. I bet that's yummy.
Why would you say that out loud?
Tastes like sadness in me.
Is that redundant?
I guess in that way it's an honor. It's an honor to him to be the passion of a 60-year-old woman. Okay. Cool.
I suppose.
But the way he presented it, I mean, I've never seen anybody who's been like, oh my God, I got named most influential. This is, I'm going to wear this like the albatross it is. This is so stupid. Monk, I'm trying to savor my coffee here. You're welcome, Lindsay.
What's that coffee taste like now?
You know how Jack has this thing, if I have to see it, you have to see it? Well, that's kind of, I had to see that in my mind because before I said that out loud, that popped into my mind. I'm like, I have to share this with others.
See, it's like some things are just like the Ring video. If you're going to explode or something's going to crawl out of your TV and kill you, if you don't share, that you just feel compelled. It's just the way of the universe.
You love me. You truly love me. Yeah, this really does give the Sally Field vibes from when she got her Oscar.
Yeah, a little bit.
Except in that case, it was the people in her sphere honoring her for her performance that year. This is just going, lots of people listen to this guy. Okay.
It's an honor.
It's an honor to be listened to. Fuck. Maybe that's why we don't have a bigger audience, Jack. We're not sitting here. I'm so honored that you guys listen to me talk about sweaty taint hair.
Oh, man, if being like Hassan is what you have to do to be famous, I'm willing to revel in obscurity.
Oh my God. I'm so honored that Taylor Lorenz wants to hump me. That is a weird take, Hassan. And that the over-the-top nature of it just made it so funny. I laughed so hard the first time I watched this.
Because he is such a douchebag.
I don't want you on my screen anymore. Where'd my kitty cat go? Bring that back. There we go. Yeah, it was just the weight of this, the weight of people watching me.
The responsibility of power that I've been entrusted with. What? What are you talking about?
I'm going to keep lying to people and glazing terrorists. I'm going to keep talking about how great it is to be a terrorist and hate Jews.
Right?
That's what my responsibility is. It's just nonsensical, man. Oh, it was funny.
Tool bag.
I just love that he thinks it's like an award, you know?
Yeah.
He thinks it's like somebody being like, Hassan is the best. That's not even what they were saying. They were saying you were the most listened to, which, I mean, at one point, Hitler was the most influential person in the world.
And look how much he took responsibility for that and took it seriously.
He took that weight on his shoulders.
Yeah, he made sure that people knew his name.
And no, I'm not calling Hassan Hitler. Hitler liked a few Jews.
No, he's not smart enough. We're bad people, I think.
We are bad people. I have no idea the context of this, but just off the jump, I'm thinking single mom with 5 kids. Look how sad she looks. I just want to hug her and be like, it's okay. Yes, you're kind of ugly, but it's not that bad.
That's how you end up with restraining orders, Monkey.
She looks so sad.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Put a finger down if you spent 1 year saving and planning for a trip to Disney for your entire family for your daughter's 5th birthday. You have the resort book, the stroller reserved, the shuttles, the meal plan, the lightning lane, all the things, all the Disney things. If you've been to Disney, you know. Spend 1 year doing this.
If you're American, give me a 1 in chat if you can afford to go to Disney at all.
I will not be putting a number in chat because I could definitely not afford to go to Disney.
I can't afford to go in the Disney store.
Right? Oh, man. They might as well just withdraw blood from you when you walk in.
I am interested, though, in where this is going because obviously it fell apart because she's very sad.
Oh, just wait. It's really going to go a place you're not expecting.
Okay. Stroller reserved. Yeah. When you go to parks and stuff, depending on how big the park is, you might have, if you need a stroller and you're not bringing your own, you want your kid to ride around in a stroller with ears on it for some fucking reason instead of a $20 umbrella stroller you can get at Walmart. Yeah, you got to reserve that shit. Anyway.
And the night before you leave to go on this trip,
you have to reserve everything at Disney in advance.
Yeah.
Your daughter says she doesn't feel so good.
I'm sorry. Is this whore about to rip on her daughter for being sick?
Nope. It's going to go someplace really, really bad. Just wait.
Worse than that? Okay.
Oh, this is. I'm going to
And a little bit
apologize
later,
in
she
advance
starts throwing
to
up.
everybody for this.
Up everywhere. And then a few hours later, you start throwing up everywhere. And you tell yourself it's food poisoning, because it has to be food poisoning, because it can't be the stomach virus. So you both stay up all night throwing up everywhere, all while you're supposed to be packing, because you're also the type of person that waits until the night before a trip to pack.
You spent a year planning this and you didn't pack until the night before? Jack, I am the kind of person that packs the night before, but I have a wife who is the kind of person who packs several days in advance, so we don't pack the night before.
So you get up the next morning.
Bubba Hotep said, I can't afford to work at Disney.
Fair. And you don't have the H-1B visa.
After 0 hours of sleep, and you decide to make it to Birmingham, where your flight leaves out of. You're going to make the 2-hour drive to Birmingham and reevaluate the situation when you get to Birmingham. Throw everything in the car, get everybody buckled in, and you hit the road. And the next thing you know, your 7-month-old is throwing up in his car seat. He only does it once. You say, well, he's 7 months old. Maybe it was.
I will wait to where we're going with this, Jack. I am very curious, but you now have 3 members of your family throwing up and you're still on the road. Look, that's a big investment, Jack, to lose airfare and park tickets and everything, but everybody's puking.
Well, they're driving, so at least that's a little bit of a mitigation, but
Spit up. And you keep going. You cleaned him up. He's okay.
I just want to say, you're a bad mom. I'm just going to throw that out there.
He's fine. Cleaned him up and keep going. Denial. It's called denial. But we're in it deep, okay?
Hi.
You get to Birmingham, get through security, get to your gate, board this plane.
There's the plane.
Against your better judgment.
There's the what?
There's the plane. See, up till now, like if you miss your flight, you can reschedule. Like those tickets aren't invalid. You just can't get a refund most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. You get strapped in, and at this point, your husband's not doing so well. Okay.
Oh, I need to amend what I said earlier. You're bad parents. I'm just shocked there's a husband involved, honestly.
He's not doing so well.
She's a bad wife.
You
Too.
take
What's that?
She's a bad wife too.
Yes.
off, and your 7-month-old has the most diabolical, ungodly blowout in his diaper that you have ever seen in your entire life.
My oldest son had the most amazing ability to shit outside of his diaper. Like, I don't know if like his butthole is aimed funny or something, but every time he shit, it went out the back of his diaper.
It's a poop ninja.
Up the front, up the back, out the sides. It's everywhere. Okay.
Are we sure the husband is real? He might be a delusion. Thank you, Keldrig. I'm going to take her word for it, but no, we're not positive he's real.
All on your husband, who's actively choking that vomit at this point.
Your child wasn't dressed.
Well,
the saving grace of when my son used to poop like that, Jack, is he'd be in clothing, and so you just take off the clothes and it didn't get all over everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe it leaked. I don't
You
know.
reach into the diaper bag to get the pack of wipes. You pull it out, and there are 2.
You're a bad mother.
You wait till the night before to prepare, or the day of, probably, and you don't even check the diaper bag to make sure you have plenty of wipes. Shit, I'm not a parent, and I would check people's bags to make sure they have you got enough wipes? Like, come on, dude. Like, we still have like a case of wipes from when my parents were living. That was 6 months ago, because I buy that shit in bulk. You gotta be prepared.
I like having baby wipes around even when there's not babies. They're great for cleaning up small messes real quick.
Oh yeah, they're very, very handy.
Yeah.
It's not just for poop anymore, kids.
Remember, folks, don't flush those. They clog up sewer lines.
Yeah, they will be specifically labeled if they're flushable, and most of them are not.
Have you ever seen when they've gone down in the sewers and found the big like wads of baby wipes?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ladies, you're not supposed to be flushing your tampons either. Stop doing that shit.
Right?
Trust me, it can be expensive to get that fixed in a closed system.
Yeah, the last time we had to have the exit pipe cleared out from the house, because usually it's tree branches for us, but it was $350. So don't do that. It's pricey.
Yippers.
Wipes in this entire diaper bag and no extra clothes.
You're worse. You didn't even bring clothes for the baby?
Not extra ones. That kid's got one poopy outfit for this trip. This is so poorly executed. I mean, I have executed trips at the last minute that were better than this and more planned out.
Look, sometimes shit does happen, but I mean, this is a trip she says she planned for
a year. Yeah, that's just everything about this is a fiasco.
You just packed that morning and you didn't check the diaper bag?
So what I'm saying, like, you are ill prepared, even sick. There's no excuse for being this unprepared.
You're a bad mom.
Because you didn't pack the diaper bag correctly because you were throwing up.
Throwing up made you go, 2 wipes will be plenty.
I don't need to check the diaper bag. Why would that matter?
You know, you mentioned you have baby wipes around.
Yeah.
When it gets really low, you know it's really low because it flattens when you pick it up.
Yeah, it's super light. This is just, dear God.
She's just a bad mom.
Yeah, maybe there was a sign somewhere along the line that this trip wasn't meant to be this year. You know,
this isn't like her and the family jumped in the car on a whim to go to, I don't know, a pumpkin patch, and the kid had a blowout and like, whoops, we didn't check that. You were going to Disney from Savannah.
Yeah. Yeah, you were driving to Birmingham to get on a plane.
Birmingham. Yeah.
Well, they had to drive to Birmingham, so they had plenty of time to double check everything on the way. You should definitely have checked the baby bag the night before. That's just common sense. I don't know any parent that doesn't check it at least twice a day.
It would be one thing like my husband thought that I packed it and I thought he packed it. No, she just said, I didn't pack it well because I puked.
Yeah.
Because we've been there before too, where like Lady Monkey thought I checked the diaper bag and I thought she did. And we had 1 diaper when we thought we had 4. Never just bring 1 diaper. Your child has a sense of humor. Trust me.
Yeah, true.
You bring that 1 diaper, you put it on and they immediately blow it out.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about not being a parent is I've seen all these mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that one's a rough one. All right, I'll see you guys later.
My rule is to bring twice the number of diapers I think I need.
Yeah, absolutely. And even then, you're probably still getting shafted.
You do what you can with the 2 wipes, which is not much. Okay.
you get the stewardess and ask if they can help.
They're creative people. The flight attendants, that they usually can help you. They may even be able to round you up a baby wipe or a diaper somewhere.
Yeah,
they probably have baby wipes actually.
There's probably some just women that are flying who have baby wipes in their purse.
Yeah, just out of habit, if nothing else.
Yeah.
You get a blanket and you wrap everything in the blanket and shove it in the diaper bag. You begin your descent into Orlando. There's 30 minutes left on this plane.
Didn't she say she was going to Disneyland?
Yeah, is it Disneyland the one in Florida?
No, that's Disney World. Disneyland is in Anaheim.
Oh.
You're almost there.
I don't know. I've never been to either one.
I've been to Disneyland when we lived in California.
Oh, hey, Dark Admiral. How you doing, man?
They used to do military appreciation. They called it Navy Night. And we got really discounted tickets and all the normal people had to stay home. They let the poors come hang out once in a while. Yeah, it was great.
And your husband hands you the baby. And he says, I can't take it anymore. He reaches into the seat in front of him and pulls out a motion sickness bag.
I could have done without the sound effect, personally.
Are we supposed to be shocked at this point that the man threw up?
No, the whole family has the stomach flu. And everybody on that plane does now, too.
Yes, they do.
If I was on this plane, I'd be furious at these people.
Yes.
The rest of the way to Orlando. Filled up 2 of them, okay?
Okay.
And you get off this plane and you get to Orlando with your husband who looks like he's on his deathbed. You hit him hard and fast, okay?
You gave him a shit-covered baby, honey.
Yeah, and he already had the stomach flu.
Your husband, he looks like he's on his deathbed. Your 4-year-old who hasn't eaten or slept in 24 hours and was also, by the way, in a pageant the day before.
Of course you have your daughter in pageants because you're a bad mother.
That's the part where I was like, I'm showing this to Monkey. Of course she's a pageant mom.
She could have just said at the beginning, I'm a pageant mom, and you're a bad mother. Cool, got it. Got it.
Yeah, and probably a degenerate.
Faithless, or was it Faithless? Who was it that said that? Yeah, Faith or Eagle. Sorry, time for a divorce. Yeah, right? I was really hoping when she said that's when my husband said he can't take it anymore that he was pulling out divorce papers.
Yeah, he probably peeped on those too.
He's like, nah, fuck this shit. I can't deal with you. Anyway, Dark Conservatarian, thank you. Sorry that I haven't been listening live a lot recently. Life has been uber busy. But here's some money for my number 1 favorite news commentary show. Sitch and Adam are second place, half to Jack, even though he likes, did I say twigs?
Twigs, skinny chicks.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you so much for the donation. Very kind. And you don't have to apologize for not seeing live.
Thank you, Dark Conservatarian. It's much appreciated.
I appreciate every time you guys say, hey, sorry I couldn't catch it live. But please understand, you don't have to tell us that you are sorry about that. We, as a very conceited man, I just assume you guys are sorry when you can't see me.
Oh, Christ.
What?
No, I mean, I thought you were going to say they can always catch the replay. No, I just assume you felt bad.
I just assume if you can't have my company live that you're like, oh, damn, I missed it. I've been thinking recently about my ego for things going on in real life. And
of course you have. Of course you have. Man, my ego is so awesome.
I want to be offended by, but I really had this thought last night. I am probably the only kid of our generation who had to go through all of that self-esteem training and was like, duh.
Yeah, I know all this.
You should love yourself. I do. And literally, I've been this way since I was a child. I love me and always have.
That's so modest.
I don't understand people who don't love themselves.
Your modesty is what really overwhelms me. I mean, that is just the most. That touches me right here in the heart. I know you can't see me pointing at my heart, but I am. It's so inspiring.
Okay, let me ask you genuine question, serious question.
Okay.
If somebody wanted to watch this live and they couldn't see it live, they missed it for some reason, wouldn't you think that would disappoint them?
It depends how much they like us or what the reason is.
See, you just don't want to say, yes, you're right. You're not actually as conceited as we think you are. I am just as conceited as you think I am. Dark and Cemetery, thank you. You're sorry we can't see you. Are we getting a Ranting Monkey face reveal? LOL. No. I just meant to hear the stream, to watch the show. But I do think people who don't get to see me are missing out. Just saying.
Fair. Yes.
She gets home and gets sick almost immediately. So she still has on makeup from this pageant, and her hair is still done for this pageant. And I don't know what she had on her body. I don't know what clothes she had on.
Because you're a great
And you're
mom.
naked.
She's the best. This is mom of the year right here.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because you didn't have an extra set of clothes in the diaper bag. He had on a diaper, but he's naked. And you have to immediately find a wheelchair because your husband says he's about to pass out. You have to find a wheelchair in this airport.
Do they not have employees at this airport?
I mean, if your husband's that sick, you should probably get an ambulance.
Put your husband in it. Hand him your naked 7-month-old, and get your little 4-year-old little girl, and wheel your entire family through the Orlando airport to baggage claim. To then go get on a shuttle. To wait an hour for a shuttle, and ride the shuttle for another hour to get to Disney, to spend a week at Disney.
While her husband slowly dehydrates.
Right? Why did she show us her dark finger there?
I don't know. It's probably her fingers rotting off from the evil that's contained in there. I don't know. There's some. This woman's an asshole. You wanted to go to Disney. The kids could have gone later in the year or next year. You could have rescheduled all this. You would have lost a little bit of money, but you could have, if you miss your flight, you can always rebook, that sort of thing. This is just disgusting on every level. But
Why?
I knew as soon as she said pageant mom, I was like, yeah, you're a shitball.
I can understand telling this story years later to an audience, but she's clearly still pissed off by this.
She's pissed off that those people were sick, not about anything else, I think.
Like, can you believe we got sick? It's so fucked up that we got sick. Okay, fine. I don't understand what she's mad about, because she's clearly mad.
She's mad at all those people that got sick that ruined her vacation.
She was one of the people who got sick.
Yeah, but she wasn't as sick as everybody else. She still was going. She was being a trooper. Everybody else was disloyal traitor who was like, I don't feel good. I don't want to go. Yeah.
Why are we all saying balderdash? Do y'all know what balderdash means? It means bullshit. This is a bad mom, and she should feel bad about herself.
I think so.
Yeah. Because one, you're a pageant mom, so by definition, you're a bad mom. But you drug your kids and husband to Disney when they were all clearly sick. And look, they're going for a week, so I guess I can see still going. But there was no compassion in any part of that story. There was no, my God, my little girl was so sick and I felt so bad for her. Like, she threw up and she still had her hair done from the pageant. I don't know what the bitch was wearing. I mean, you're a bad person.
There's
This is an update on the shooting.
No, it's not exactly an update. It's just some asshole talking.
But it says there on the bottom, update on the
Well,
shooting.
Yeah, but that's not why we're watching the clip.
Okay.
I have heard about a whole lot of hate that's being directed at our trans community.
That's why we're watching the clip.
You know, this shit really started with 9/11. With, how dare you blame the community for this?
The community that did that. Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's just become the liberal thing. Like, unless it's a white guy, then it's fine to still blame every white guy that exists.
Well, that's a given.
But it doesn't matter what other shitbaggery goes on. You can't blame the whole group for it. And you know what? Maybe that's fair. But when they'll still do it to white men or white people, depending on the story itself, go fuck yourself with this nonsense. Especially when what you're talking about is a group of people with a mental delusion, and everybody knows that mental health is a big problem in these shootings. So you're right. We shouldn't be blaming trans people for this. We should be blaming psychologists and the APA, the Pediatric Association of America, the American Medical Association. We should be blaming all of them for this. Fair enough.
You mean the people that are supporting and encouraging people's delusions? That's weird.
Exactly who I mean.
Oh.
Is that Klobuchar back there?
Probably.
Oh, dear fuck. Okay.
Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity.
Go put a tampon in a boy's bathroom, you shit.
We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone.
It's funny that you said at the beginning of this, I know there's people who are blaming trans. I noticed you didn't say, hey, there's some people who are saying white men are the ones who go out on mass shootings. I'm sure that was an oversight on your part as you're kumbaya-ing here.
Should be operating from a place of love for our kids.
If you loved your kids, you would stop them from this trans nonsense. I almost dropped the F slur. You word that Tectone used?
Kids died today. This needs to be about them. This needs to be wrapping our arms around these families with every bit of love that we can possibly show.
You're a Democrat. That's none. Your trans community seems to be cheering this. Yeah, look, man. In theory, I agree with him. You shouldn't blame an entire group, except for the Muslims, because that was all based on their shared ideology. It's not like they were, I was born Muslim and I can't help it. Blaming all trans people for the shooting, no. You can blame the doctors, though. You can blame the Democrats who pushed this shit. You can blame all the people who have been like, they're trying to erase their existence. Because at that point, it really does become a matter of self-defense. Shouldn't probably take that out on the kids, though. Just saying. They should have been
no, if
getting the help they need. Instead of affirming their delusion, they should be getting the help they need. Frey. Is he the one that had to prostrate himself for Black Lives Matter?
I think so.
The one that he had to do the walk of shame. That was wonderful. I miss those days. For those who don't know what we were talking about, back in the Black Lives Matter days, all of that blows up there, mostly in Minnesota. And Frey here went out to talk to the peoples. and they basically told him to go fuck himself, and he had to do this really sad, pathetic walk down the street. It kind of looked like something out of a movie, Jack, but it was fucking amazing.
It was stupid.
Literally crying over fentanyl Floyd's casket. Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. And look, you can't blame whole communities like I said, with all trans people, because most trans people aren't going to shoot anybody. But what you can do is say, hey, mental health is an issue in all of these shootings. And maybe we shouldn't be affirming mental illness. Maybe we should be fighting mental illness instead of affirming it. Cryptic, thank you. He kneeled at George Floyd's casket and cried. And yet it's him walking down the street sad that sticks in my head. It's such a wonderful moment. And Mouthy, thank you, says, you guys rock. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Not telling me anything I don't know. Have I been too conceited for one show? Should I not do that?
I don't know. As your enabler, I see nothing wrong.
I do rock. I absolutely do. You should see me rock out. I was rocking out yesterday. We grilled out hamburgers last night, Jack. And anytime I'm outside, I have my my little speaker and my phone, and I turn up the music real loud and I sing, sometimes dance. And if you're one of my neighbors and you're watching, you're welcome. I sing in the store. I'm not the best singer. I can sing better than I sing Happy Birthday here, but I like to sing. So like if a song comes on when we're walking around the store, I'm not even shy about it. I sing loudly. I think the world would be a better place if more people did that. If more people were like me, the world would be better. Another humble moment brought to you by Monkey. All right, Jack, anything else you want to talk about today?
I can't think of anything. Told you about Batman in pajamas and these two clips. I think were about all I had.
All right, then on that note, we're going to wrap this one up. Guys, thanks for joining us. Thank you so very much. Oh, wait, what's that? Something needs to be done about the mental health industry. All those who practice gender-affirming care need to have their licenses revoked. They literally cannot treat mental illness. Yes, yes, yes. How many times have we talked about it? Like, if you break your arm and you go to the doctor and you're like, my arm's broken. He just goes, yes, it is. And that's your treatment. That is malpractice. But when it comes to any kind of mental illness, you go in there like, I think I'm a girl. Yes, you are. That didn't fix anything. Sorry, I just read Lindsay's comment. And affirming care for a mental illness is not care. It's enablement. And just like if you left your arm untreated, the possible side effects could be horrific. Same when you're dealing with mental illness. But anyway, Jack, did I ask you if you wanted to show already?
I just did it anyway because I knew where we were in the show.
Jack, anything you want to shield today?
Already done. Thank you guys so much for all the donations. You guys are awesome. And we appreciate you coming out and enjoying the program with us. I love doing this show. It's so much fun.
Remember, go check out our friend P Dog Night over on his channel, P Dog Night. He's doing the morning night live right now. So go check him out. Give him a like. Don't forget to like this stream. Take care of yourself, Jack. A pleasure as always.
I'm always glad to be here.
We love you. We'll see you next time. Be well. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
I'm as great as I say I am. Don't doubt me or I'll tell you again.